Welcome to High Infidelity, the best cheating videos on YouTube. If you enjoy this content, remember to subscribe and turn on notifications. Now let's get into the video.
My ex sent my husband a video of me blowing him, and now my husband is giving me the silent treatment. We're a group of newlyweds, 22 ladies and 26 guys. So I was thrust into this just after we returned from our honeymoon in Jamaica. As an added bonus, my pregnancy is just a month old. In the years before meeting my husband, I was in another relationship, and we ended up breaking up because he cheated on me. Our split was rather quiet for what it was because the infidelity made me realize that he had never really treated me well, and by the end of it, I was just resigned to the fact that he had never really treated me well. For the first time in years, we happened to run into one other in public, and he immediately started flirting with me. I refused him, and I feel it was because of this that he decided to do this after all these years. It wasn't really a video, it was more like he just grabbed his phone out of his pocket without my knowing. That was one of the most surprising parts since I had no clue there was any video of myself in the film at the time. Given that the video was clearly old, the hair color had been altered. My husband was not worried that I was cheating on him, but he did grow distant from me as a consequence of the incident. I understand how unpleasant it must be for him, and I felt so embarrassed that I didn't want to be around him. So I was okay when he stated he wanted to be alone and go for a walk with his dog. After 5 hours, he returned to the house and promptly fell asleep on the couch. My own legal possibilities are being researched the next day, after the meeting. I intended to kiss my husband this morning, but he turned away, so I kissed him on the cheek rather than his lips instead of his lips. After that, and after a peaceful breakfast, I told him that we needed to talk about it, but he just said that he wanted to go to work. I was disappointed. He came at work an hour earlier than he was used to. What should I say to him when he comes back? Our disputes were never like this before we were married, and I'm scared that they will continue for the rest of our lives. Upon informing my husband that I was ready to notify the police, he responded with a simple "Don't text me about this." I understand his astonishment, but I wish I could count on his assistance. Anyway, I'm going to report this to the authorities, thank you very much. Update 2. He returned home from work and stated he needed time to ponder and process what had happened, but he soon realized that he no longer considered me to be his child's mother, even though I was pregnant, and he has decided to temporarily relocate with his parents. My ex-husband was victorious, and the claims are now moot. All for I had before meeting my husband, which was captured on a tape I was completely unaware of and which was shot without my consent. Edit. I'm going to stop reading these comments now, but to everyone else. No, I didn't tell my husband I was a virgin. I've given head to my husband way more times than I did to my ex, and it's a regular part of our life. I also give much better head to my husband than I ever did to my ex. I didn't make a tape. I didn't even realize I was being videotaped. Story 2. I broke up with my boyfriend for cheating in our open relationship and lying about it. Should I give him another chance? So my boyfriend and I began our 4-month relationship long distance, 22-hour trip, and open, but he just came to see me, and we have been monogamous since. We chose an open relationship because I had recently ended my first relationship and was about to start college, and I wanted to explore my further before settling down with him. He's also a lot older than me, so he's had a lot more in dating experience than me. During our open relationship, I slept with 2 of them and slept with others, all of which I was upfront and honest with him about, in line with our rule on transparency. However, he never once informed me that he had ever slept or explored with a female and always said that he had no desire to do so. This was until he casually mentioned having coffee with a female and not telling me about it within 24 hours, as was our arrangement. We worked it out, and he pledged never to lie to me again. Fast forward to when we're monogamous and physically together, and I get a horrible feeling he's keeping something from me, so I went through his phone, which I'm not proud of, and verified my concerns. He up with 3 females and one of them while we were open. So I questioned him about it and pushed him to give me the full truth, and he said that he brought 1 female over to his home but didn't sleep with her and merely set her up with his buddy. I didn't know he slept with a female or did anything else until I challenged him 2 more times over the phone, at which point he acknowledged he sent graphic images to one girl and asked another girl over, but all they did was up. By then, I was certain that he was giving me the whole truth and that there was nothing more he was concealing. But at our most recent face-to-face argument, he eventually revealed that he did sleep with the girl and that it wasn't just a lots of sobbing and shouting happened, and he continued trying to convince me that he wasn't a cheater and that he just hid it from me because he was terrified of the emotional blowback he would experience if he informed me, and he was afraid of losing me. I'll confess that anytime he said anything about a lady, I was quite cold to him and would become radio silence since I didn't know how to handle my feelings. I questioned him why he lied to my face in front of me so many times, and he kept repeating he didn't know how to put it into words and that he's simply ignorant and scared by me, but he conceded it was unforgivable. He's set to leave the country in a few days, and I'm not sure I'm ready to say goodbye. I don't mind that he slept with another female. I'm just disappointed that he lied about it since I value trust and honesty highly, but he seemed contrite and sorry. He claims he's prepared to put in the effort to repair our relationship, even proposing to relocate to the same country as me, and that things will be different in a monogamous relationship. We get along so well, and apart from the lying, he has never criticized me, and I really believe he is the guy I want to spend the rest of my life with, but he's just an idiot who couldn't handle being in an open relationship. My issue is if I should give our relationship another opportunity in a monogamous context, or whether he would cheat and lie again. If that's the case, how can I even begin to rebuild my faith in him? Story 3. Wife, 25 female, emotionally cheated on me, 24 male. My wife emotionally cheated on me with an ex-boyfriend whom she claimed was harsh and controlling, threatening to publish nudes of her online, threatened to post nudes of her online. She mentioned she had been contacting him on and off for the last 6 months, about around May-December. I never found out till AP boyfriend messaged my family, including personal screenshots of my wife and AP. My wife first contested it, but eventually acknowledged it. It was challenging to read the texts. I was a piggy bank, she needs me for healthcare, and if she leaves me, she'll lose our kid. She went on my social media accounts and blacklisted the AP and his girlfriend so they couldn't reach me. When AP girlfriend initially attempted to contact me, she pretended to be me. She claims that never met as AP lives 9 hours away, and she is responsible for our son 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. She occasionally downplays it by pretending there was nothing physical involvement. We'll be headed to therapy in a few days. I'm at a loss on what to do. Everything she does makes me suspicious, and she gets furious about it. I'm not sure what's a red indicator and what's just me overthinking. I really want this to work. I've never felt the way I feel about her. Life has just gotten more tough. She has ulcerative colitis, I work long hours, and managing love and care for our daughter has been tough. I didn't think she'd do it. I no longer believe what she says. I know I haven't been as loving as I once was, but I thought my wife and I had agreed that at this juncture in our lives, with my profession, our 2-year-old, and her sickness, this was merely a pause in our love life, but I believe I was incorrect. Thank you for taking the time to read the narrative.